Welcome, everybody, to Off the Cuff. I am Adam Banks. Thank you for listening to another show. And in the studio, I have Nellie. Nellie, what's going on?
Oh, everything.
Everything has been going on, Nellie.
It's crazy.
Today is Tuesday, Nellie.
I know, a week from today.
You know what happens a week from today?
Oh, I do.
One of the biggest days in the world, every 4 years, is coming up. The American election.
Yeah,
for president.
It's going to be the worst one ever.
Yes.
This is going to go down into history as the most... It's crazy.
It was definitely the nastiest election that's ever happened.
Unruly, people threatening to put people in jail, people threatening... all kinds of craziness.
I think everybody needs to go out and vote.
Well, I think they need to stop doing that.
Who needs to stop?
Acting the way they are, and just who wants their kid looking up to that?
Well, everybody needs to go out and vote.
I agree.
It is your American duty, not your right. It is your duty to go out and vote. And wherever your precinct is, it's not hard to figure out where it is. Go online if you have to. You should receive something in the mail. Did you receive yours?
What?
Telling you where to go vote? Did you?
I haven't yet.
I received mine.
Not
today. I received it a couple weeks ago. Actually,
I saw.
Don't have to walk far. I can vote at my apartment complex. My apartment complex is a precinct.
Yeah, I love it.
It's awesome. But so go out and vote, Trump or Hillary, whoever you're for. Don't write in Gary Johnson because he's not going to win. You're wasting your vote. You need to vote because this election is going to be really close. In every state, I feel like that this election is going to be the closest election of all time.
Well, I just want to say that I think you've got to vote for one of them because no matter what you do, write in or whatever, not vote, whatever, one of them's going to be the president.
Right.
And you better pick the one that you think's going to do the best job and pray. Because, I mean, we've got to have a president.
We have to have a president, and it's going to be a big day. Everybody stays up for it. They announced the president about, 11, 12?
Shoot, I don't know. I'm nervous, Rick.
Yeah, it takes a while. It's going to be...
It's scary.
It's going to be entertaining. It's 7 days away.
Putin is now trying. Did you see that on the news tonight? That Russia is trying to have their own internet service where we can't hack in on them like they did us.
Right. Well,
it was on
we need somebody
national news tonight
in the White House that has a good relationship with Putin. Trump says he.
No, I disagree. He's got too good a relationship. It's scary.
How is that a bad
relationship? You wait and see. He's going to cause the worst. Probably a total world war.
Yeah, you said there might be a draft.
There would be. There's no doubt in my mind because they couldn't get enough volunteers for what he's going to cause.
Nellie, that is crazy.
We're going to have more countries.
That is a big assumption.
Kill us, and Carter's got liver pills.
That's a lot.
I really feel like this could be the end of the world. I am serious.
Well, if Trump gets in
Lord's
office,
going to come down and just wipe us out. He's going to say, I'll fix it. I'm going to win this election. And he just going to wipe it all out.
Well, regardless, everybody, go out and vote. Find your precinct. Go out and vote. You need to pick a candidate. So, Nellie, enough on politics because we got to get off that because that's too much. And it makes me anxious. But...
Did you watch the game the other night?
The Kentucky football or basketball game?
Both. Did you watch the basketball?
Yeah, I watched basketball. Well, let's start with Kentucky basketball, okay? I watched it. Kentucky played their first exhibition game. It was against John Calipari's alma mater, his old college. He played basketball there. He was a point guard there. They played against...
It was Clarion.
And... Kentucky beat them like 50 to 150. It was a complete wipeout. But, it got Clarion some attention. Anytime you play the Wildcats.
They got to experience that.
Yeah, they got to play against the best players in the world. I really like Kentucky's team. De'Aaron Fox, I love that kid. He is fast. He's so athletic.
I thought they all did well.
He can jump. He can just shoot the ball. He is going to be a monster point guard. He's tall. I like De'Aaron Fox. I like Bam.
Even the ones that come off the bench were awesome.
Yeah, I like Bam Adebayo. I just like his name, number one. 2, I like his last name. And 3, he's just a beast under the basket. I love Bam Adebayo. And the people that come off the bench, you got Coach Cal's son who can shoot the daylights out of the ball. I think he'll get some real playing time, though, because he can shoot.
Did you hear his wife told him, you're going to play him?
Yeah, Cal always talks about
he said, well, we'll see.
Having to come home. He's like, I have to go home to this. I have to sleep with this. That's what he says.
And she's there now, but if you said they show her, she's just watching every minute.
Yeah, he says she's only come to 3 practices in her whole entire time in Lexington, and it's all 3 been Brad's practices this year. She's never been to one of his practices at UK.
I've never seen her.
You never see her. You'll see her more. She's going, I predict that Mrs. Cal will be...
As long as Brad's here, she'll be here.
She will be more advertised and more seen in the next 4 years than she ever has. She's going to build a... she'll have a character.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to start this year in Kentucky basketball season.
She's all about her kids. That's her character.
Yeah, she is all about her kids and her baby boy.
She don't want nothing to do with no camera.
Yeah. Dominique Hawkins, the guy from Richmond, Kentucky, always smiling. It's his senior year. He's the oldest one. He's good. There's so many point guards on the team. Dominique, he had a good run. I don't think he's going to go to the NBA. But imagine... for the rest of his life, he can say he was a Kentucky Wildcat. That is a huge accomplishment. I mean, that is... who can say that? Yeah. Regardless if you go to the NBA, you have a connection with all those friends, all those teammates that you had, the experience, being coached under John Calipari. Dominique Hawkins is living the Kentucky boy's dream. So, whether he goes to the NBA or not. But, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
I was going to talk about football. There's something else I want to talk about after that, too.
Well,
there was some tragedy.
You bring up football.
Well...
okay. So,
no.
If football was still bad, the good pun line for that one, speaking of tragedy, it is UK football. But, Kentucky football is not bad. They are good. They beat Missouri. This is like their 4th win in a row. They are really dominating.
3rd win in a row.
Yeah, they're dominating. Now, they have yet to beat a ranked team in the SEC. Every team they've beaten, they've not been ranked, and they don't have a winning record either.
Right.
Which means they haven't beat a team with a winning record. Now, the offense, I think, deserves more credit than the defense, because the offense, Benny Snell, I mean, that kid can run. The quarterback, your dude, Steven Johnson. I
love him.
He fumbles a lot. I mean, sometimes I think he'd fumble putting his keys in his car, but he sometimes
that booger can run,
can pull through in clutch moments.
Yeah.
And ever since he's been quarterback, we've won. So, I mean, take it for what it is. I mean, Kentucky football, they are going to a bowl for the first time in 4 or 5 years. This is Stoops' first bowl.
One thing I think about the quarterbacks, he's fast.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid.
And this,
do you think?
No, not at all. And this is a huge moment for Mark Stoops.
Right.
I think that
for the whole team.
Yeah, Mark Stoops is going to keep his job. Kentucky football is going to move on, go to a bowl, and now they play Georgia this Saturday.
Yeah, I know it.
Now, do you think they'll win or lose that?
I hope they win it.
I didn't ask what you hoped. I asked, who do you think will win?
I don't watch Georgia play ball.
If I had to make a prediction, I'd say
play,
Georgia by 6. Georgia by 6. I think they're going to lose by 2 field goals. Now, the reason I say that, just to back that up, is Kentucky is on fire right now. They have momentum. They do. But compared to Georgia, Georgia's just, they match up
what is their
more
rank?
dominantly. They were ranked in the top 25, but I don't know if they've dropped out of the rankings or not. I think they have. If Kentucky beats Georgia, they're going to be first in the SEC East. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be something. But, Nellie, what was your tragic story?
While you were gone, I don't even know if you know about this. There was a girl here in Lexington that on Upper Street that killed a police officer from Louisville and a worker from UK.
Was the police officer off duty?
Yeah, they were just standing talking.
Wow.
Helping somebody with directions or something, and she was drunk and hit him. And I just wanted tell everybody just, think about it before you get behind that wheel.
Absolutely, because
that's awful.
Yes, and sometimes, Nellie, gosh, you've been drunk, right? You know what it's like to be drunk.
Yeah.
When you get behind the wheel, could you imagine trying to drive home? You don't realize how drunk you are. And people get behind the wheel and they just will drive trashed.
I know it.
Innocent lives on the road. 16-year-olds, kids in the car. These little 16, 17-year-olds hanging out, driving around. You could don't get behind the wheel drinking. It is not worth it. Call an Uber. It is so easy to get a ride now. Uber is cheap.
Right.
And you can download it on your phone. Do you have it?
Yes.
Okay, yes. All you got to do is just hit the button,
right.
Uber, and then hit give me a ride, and they'll come to you. Your credit card information's already in. It's so easy. Uber's great. Have you used it ever?
They save your credit card information?
Uber does, yes. I mean, it's a secure site. It's a big corporation. You're fine. You're fine. And have you ever had to call it?
Yeah.
Uber's great. I've caught it several times. Pick me up from the airport. Will take me somewhere if I need my car, if I dropped it off somewhere. I use it all the time. Uber's great. It's cheap during the day, but it can get in these moments where it's really high at night because they bump the rates up.
Like at New Year's Eve.
Or 4th of July.
Yeah.
They bump them up like crazy. So,
why should that be different than anybody else? And I think that should be against the law.
Well, it's just... At the end of the day, it's a corporation.
For all of gas stations and everybody.
At the end of the day, it's a corporation, Nellie. So, but yeah, that's a tragic story about that poor girl and that police officer.
No, the girl's fine.
So
she's in the hospital, but she killed them, both of them.
Right, a man and a woman,
and
right?
The police officer has, I think it's a 2-year-old, just found out that his wife was having her second child, a son.
You're kidding me.
And they all on there tonight, there was these friends of theirs that were talking about it. Said they went and looked at the baby's room, and it says "strong and brave" all over the place on that baby's room. If they had done it,
that's crazy, man. That is nuts.
So they said, that was like that. His daddy's always going to be watching over him. And I thought, how sad.
Yeah, that is a very tragic story.
Tragic.
That woman who hit that police officer and killed that woman, she might be a motivational speaker one day and talk about how her life changed.
I hope so.
She needs to do something to contribute back to society.
Drinking and driving.
Really? She's got a record?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just got out of class. Just went through classes.
Well, that's crazy. So that happened while I was gone. Now, Nellie, when I was gone, I was gone, folks, out of town for 2 days, and went to the casino, got into a poker tournament. You're going to see me at the final table of the World Series of Poker one day. I promise you that, because I am good at poker. I don't brag on a lot of things, but I'm good at poker. And I was at the poker table, and, I like to talk. And some people like to talk, some people don't. Some people are just, grumpy at the poker table, but I enjoy the company. And we had a good table. Everybody was talking, and I'm sitting beside of a guy who is talking about wrestling, and of course I'm interested because I love wrestling. And then it starts getting heated when you start, because you're playing with money. This is people's livelihood, and I was putting a lot of people out. I was just crushing the cards. I was winning it. One guy got mad and said, "Does anybody even check his ID?" And I said, I'm 28 years old. He was just, mad because I was beating him. He was saying I looked too young to be in the casino. And I went in there and got first place.
Good.
Won this money. And I spent it all because my insurance came up and paid my rent with it. But, it's just funny how it's just transferred into other things that I can never hold on to. I can't ever hold on to the money, Nellie. But it was a good weekend. Went out there, got my HR papers turned into NKU, met with my boss up there. He showed me my classroom and my office. It was a good weekend. You missed me.
Good.
You didn't even hug me when you saw me when I came back.
No, I know. I just was like, well, there he is.
Yeah. She was happy. I posted the video of her hugging me on Instagram.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Check it out. I'll show it to you in a minute. Bought her a pop. Bought her a Pepsi. She never even said thank you. But, I know she means it in her heart. She's saying thank you, Adam. I missed you.
Ask him whose cigarettes he smoked.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening to the show.
Cheap ass.
Nellie, it's always a pleasure having you on the show.
I'm glad to see you, Adam. Glad you're back.
It's a pleasure. It's very much a pleasure.
Talk to you later, Pete.
See you later, everybody. This is Adam Banks and Nellie with Off the Cuff.
I'm trying to put you in the worst mood. P1 cleaner than your church shoes. Really point to just to hurt you.